So you want to make him regret losing you. All right, let's keep it real. Breakups are very hard, and that's the thing that you have to acknowledge because we all want to believe that it's easy to get over somebody. But in reality, it's just not. You spent time with the person, you've created a routine with this person. Once I really start dating and really getting to know a person, it's very easy to just be like, okay, well, what you doing after work? Well, I'm not doing anything. Well, what are you doing? Well, I got this, that, and the other going on, but after that, I'm free. And next thing you know, you kicking it with each other, and then you're cooking, you're vibing, you're spending time, and now you're talking about life goals together, and now you start including each other in each other's goals. But what happens is you build this bond with the person, and you don't even think about okay, what if this doesn't work out, right? So, and you shouldn't. I truly believe that if you really want the best out of a situation, you do have to give it your all. But I also feel like we need to pace ourselves. I feel like the times where I did not pace myself, I caused myself the most pain. And yes, I put it on myself because at the end of the day, I had the signs from my experience. I had the signs that the person probably was not going to be my forever person. But I decided to, give it my all and pursue it a little bit more because I felt like, well, everybody made mistakes and I even make mistakes. And if I want to be forgiven, then I should also, forgive in times. But once, maybe okay. But 2-3 times, now we have a problem. And I think that once you see the signs of a person being inconsistent and letting you down and just making that a habit, that's when you need to cut ties. But cutting ties is hard. It's hard because you miss a person. And I mean, if you're not in your whole phase or you don't feel like you want to deal with a whole bunch of different people, we don't feel like starting over, because starting over means we gotta talk about stupid shit like, what's your favorite color? What do you like to eat? What happened in your childhood? Things like that. You gotta go through all those things over again. It's like interviewing for a new job. Who wants to keep on interviewing for a new job? I know I don't. I don't like interviews at all, okay? But I'll do it just because I need the income. I will start, dating again because I do need to have companionship, right? But I can tell y'all this much: it is okay to be alone. So let me tell you my surefire ways or things that I do to get over a person. So coming in at number one of the things that I do is. One of the number one things that I do, I ain't know my phone ringer wasn't turned off. One of the main things that I do is I delete the thread. Delete the entire thread, because what happens is I found that I would go back in my phone and I would reread where things started to go left, or where the inconsistency started, or did I cause this, or whatever the case may be. And I become obsessed with trying to figure that out. So now what I do is I delete the entire thread. That way I don't look at messages that I used to get butterflies about. I don't look at our old pictures together. I don't really delete pictures, but what I do is I make sure that I delete the thread, because at least I don't have a picture and a story or a time that attached to it as much as I used to. Number 2, I delete all the emojis and all the cute shit from their name. So, and I delete the contact. I've graduated to deleting the contact. I used to block, right? Let me tell you why blocking is not good, because blocking, unless it's a toxic situation, what blocking does is It is putting up a wall, and you're hoping that that person is going to do everything to climb over that wall or go around that wall, right? But it shouldn't be about that. It should be about your healing process, and you should put yourself in a situation where though you have more discipline, right? The less discipline you have, the more likely you are to find yourself back in the same situation with the person. Now, if they keep on reaching out to you and not respecting your boundaries once you decide that you're done with that person, then maybe you need to consider blocking. But let that person know what the consequences are for overstepping your boundaries, and it might end up being blocking, so that way you give them an opportunity to leave you alone and give you your space. Because a lot of times, narcissism comes out a lot of times when you block a person. So it's like inviting a person to show you their narcissist ways. So I just want to avoid that at all costs. So I phase back from blocking. So I will use blocking, to my discretion, based upon if I feel like it's an extreme need, right? But erasing the contact, erasing the thread will definitely help me to not scroll across their name, or, go back to the text thread and, or if I want to reach out to them, I don't even have a number to reach out to them, because today's time, I do not remember anybody's number unless they have a very easy repetitive number. Even then, sometimes I don't remember. And I purposely make myself not remember or not look at their number as much. I might get the first 3 digits so I know it's them sometimes if they call and when we're talking. But for the most part, I don't remember anybody's number anymore. So I just delete the whole entire number, so that way I don't feel the urge to reach out to that person when I'm feeling vulnerable. Number 3, what I do is I will take everything that I was putting off, or any goals that I was not running fast towards when I was dealing with them, I will make those a priority. So my camera stopped recording my video, so I'm picking back up where I left off with the voiceover. But basically what I was saying is, anything that I was putting off in the relationship, I go ahead and thrust myself full into my goals. So with me going to sleep earlier and getting up earlier, I'm back in my routine, and I'm heavy into my content creation, and all of these things are just giving me a positive glow and a positive outlook, and I'm attracting everything that's supposed to be for me. And when he reaches back out, he's going to want me back even more, because I have not been focused on him. Long story short, once you focus on yourself and you do the work, you become more desirable. And that is how you make a person regret losing you. It works every single time, but I promise you, by then, you might not even want that person anymore.